Today's video is going to be quite a tragic story, kind of the story of my life, right? Well, I can safely say my life at least isn't quite as tragic as this, though I would advise that if you're a bit sensitive to sensitive topics, then this video might not be for you. Because in today's video we are going to entertain a story of dead children. I can already mentally picture the sick bastards in the comment section. So we're going to a location known as Clawson's Rest, which is just a bit northwest of Valentine. If you want to go ahead and find this yourself, it's marked on the map here. At first glance, the shack is pretty normal, so even if you were here, you wouldn't know that there was something to find inside. And that's what makes the discovery on the inside all the more shocking. When you go up to open the door, you'll notice that it's actually locked, but it does actually give you the option to either break the lock or kick the door down. Either one works, but I wanted to reflect my boisterous personality. So first of all, let's address the elephant in the room. To the left hand side from the entrance, you will find the corpses of two children who appear to have died of starvation, which is suggested by the fact that neither child has any proper injuries on them and the child on the bed is clutching his stomach in pain. Though regardless of how they died, I think it's shocking enough that these children are dead. Now I understand this is quite a touchy subject, even the Elder Scrolls universe, where it's morbidly depressing to the point where everybody who can die will die, doesn't touch down on this. And as much as this is the standout thing in the room, I think we should pull away from it and check out the rest of this place. Such as this bench in front of the door which has blood on it, but whose? Is it a person's or an animal's? Now there are a few bear traps on the exterior of this house which makes sense. Hunting would be very efficient in a lifestyle such as this one. Now surely Rockstar wouldn't leave the dead bodies of a couple of children in a shack in the middle of nowhere without an explanation somewhere. And in the drawer of the nightstand by the big bed there is a letter, which reads, "Glenn and Eddie, I've gone to track down those men and get our money back. The door's locked and the windows are boarded shut. Promise me you won't answer to nobody who comes along, even if you think you know them. There's enough food and water for 4 days or more, but I should be home by tomorrow night at the latest. Practice your reading and writing for me. All my love, Mama X." So it appears as if this shack was robbed by a bunch of men, and these boys' mother went out to hunt them down and get their money back. And for whatever reason, she didn't come back at all, and her boys died of starvation following her orders and not leaving the shack, keeping the door locked and the windows boarded. Quite a tragic tale for them, because it appears as if they've died of a lack of common sense, which they hadn't developed yet. As for their mother, well, I couldn't find any evidence of a path she might have taken, but I think it's safe to assume that she probably did wind up finding those men who robbed her, or maybe they found her, or maybe she became dinner to a local bear. The ecosystem out here is dangerous, but I mean ultimately she was intending on hunting down people who robbed her house. In dangerous times like these, you could say she died of stupidity. I mean, there's no evidence that she's dead, but she didn't come back to her children, so we can assume that something stopped her. But I do wonder if we can find her body out there somewhere. Now alarmingly, in the house you can find blood all over the place, not just on that table, which might suggest that there was something of a struggle. Maybe this is human blood. And there's also a little bit of what looks like blood on this kid's shirt, which might just be a stain. Could it be the blood of their mother? Which would make sense. If she went off to track these bandits down while injured, there's a good chance she wouldn't have made it very far. However, outside I couldn't find a blood trail or anything, so it's impossible to track her if this is the case. So she at least made it a good distance away from Clawson's Rest. Could her body be out there somewhere, waiting to be found, or could she have already been found? And all we need is someone to draw a connection between her and this place. All we know for sure is what we can find here, which is that these children's mother never came back, and they starved to death. Thanks Rockstar. But when it comes to entertainment, this is not something you'd expect to discover, which makes it very messed up. But there are a couple of cigarette cars in this location, so it's worth your while if you're looking for those. But beyond that, what happened in Clawson's Rest might be obvious, but what happened to the mother of these children is not. So the mystery is, where is the mother? It's not actually a mystery, is it? Yes it is, because we don't know where she is. And that right there is the mystery of Clawson's Rest. So please let me know, what do you think became of these children's mother? Why did she not return to this shack? Do you think you might have found her while exploring the game yourself? If so, let me know down in the comments. Just like Gavin, no, she's definitely not the man you find under the gunsmiths in Rhodes. Also, who do you think robbed this shack? Why? And where are they? This is just another location that raises so many questions that it doesn't answer. Before we wrap this up, this is for all of you who asked me to brush my horse. Here I am doing it. Are you happy now? But anyways, there we go. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends and all that wonderful stuff. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you all very soon with another video at some point.